If you've made it this far, it's not by chance. God, the universe, and your guardian angels have prepared this message for your heart. Take a deep breath. Feel that there is something greater taking care of you at this moment. Every word you hear now is like a sign placed on your path. Nothing happens without purpose. Today, this message reaches you to bring clarity, hope, and comfort. And before we continue, tell me, where are you watching from? Write in the comments, because your presence here is part of a meeting that was already written by destiny. Today, I want to talk about someone who occupies your thoughts, someone who, even from afar, still silently touches your heart. This person may seem closed off, like a window that doesn't fully open, but still lets light through the cracks. And it is precisely in that subtle, almost hidden light that the signs appear. It's as if this person's silence speaks louder than any words could say. You might notice glances that avoid direct contact, unsent messages, interrupted gestures. These are small movements, but they are loaded with meaning. This person is holding something back, and that something seems bigger than they can carry alone. Your guardian angels want you to understand this. Often, what seems like coldness is just fear. The fear of exposing themselves, the fear of being rejected, the fear that the difference in paths, in timelines, in ages might be a barrier too high to cross. But the truth is that the heart doesn't recognize numbers, doesn't measure distances, doesn't calculate possibilities. The heart simply feels, and this person feels. They may try to hide it, may pretend indifference, may pull away, but inside them is a knot of emotions that won't unravel. Have you ever noticed when someone goes silent, but their silence is so heavy that it feels like it's shouting? That's what's happening with this person. She holds on to feelings that don't fit the space she tries to impose, and the more she attempts to control, the more her heart rebels. Her angels show me a vision of a road. On this road, this person walks, looking back with each step. She keeps moving forward, but cannot ignore what's been left behind. What was left behind is you. Your presence, your energy, your gentle strength continue to act like a distant lighthouse, guiding the way. Even in silence, there is a connection. Even in the shadows, there are memories. Even in separation, there is a longing that insists on returning. The universe wants you to know what this person feels has not disappeared. It has merely been placed behind a curtain that can be drawn back at any moment. And when that happens, what has been hidden will be revealed. Perhaps you've already felt this in your heart, as if there were an invisible thread connecting you to this person, a thread that does not break even with time, even with distance, even in the absence of words. That thread is spiritual. It's as if the souls recognized each other before their eyes ever met. How many times have you tried to move on, yet something within you pulled that memory back? How many times has this person tried to convince herself that she shouldn't feel, yet her heart insisted? This is not coincidence. This is destiny. Her guardian angels want you to trust. Nothing is in vain. If this connection exists, it is because something greater is sustaining it. The universe does not play with feelings, it guides, it prepares. It allows for pauses, but never forgets what needs to blossom. At this moment, this person is in conflict. On the outside, she may appear calm. On the inside, it's like a silent storm. You know how the sky can seem peaceful, but there are thick clouds gathering behind the horizon. That's how her heart is, full of thoughts that haven't been spoken, full of desires that haven't been lived. This person looks at you as if looking at an undeniable truth. It's as if your presence is a mirror, and in that reflection, they see what they wish they had the courage to acknowledge. And you? Do you also feel that reflection? Have you noticed in the small signs what silence tries to hide? Often hidden feelings speak through simple gestures. A fleeting glance, a message left as a draft, a smile that appears and disappears in seconds. These details are like seeds scattered on the soul's ground. They take time to sprout, but they are there. And at some point, the terrain of the heart won't be able to hold so many secrets. The angels whisper, the truth always finds a way, and that way is already opening up, even if slowly. Today, you might feel that everything is at a standstill, but remember, when a seed is beneath the earth, it seems silent. Yet, in the invisible realm, life is moving. Roots are forming, strength is building, and soon, something will break the surface. The same goes for the feelings of this person. What seems like a shadow today might transform into a revelation tomorrow. What seems like distance today may turn into a reunion tomorrow. Nothing is fixed, nothing is definitive. The universe wants you to keep the faith, because the signs are there even if discreet, because this person's heart still resonates when they think of you, because there is a spiritual bond that cannot be broken. And I ask you, do you believe that even in the deepest silence, there are hidden answers? Write in the comments, because this sharing is also a way to strengthen your path. But not everything is light, not everything is simple. There is a weight, and you have felt it. It is the weight of silence, it is the shadow of distance. It is the indecision that hangs between you like a thick fog. This person seems to always be caught between two worlds, the desire to get closer and the fear of not being enough. The fear that the differences will speak louder. The fear that external judgment will extinguish the internal fire. That's why she stays silent. That's why she hides. That's why she pretends nothing is happening. But inside, there's a heart that screams. You might wonder, why so much silence? Why can someone who feels not take a stand? Why is it easier to distance themselves than to face it? And here's the spiritual answer. It's not a lack of feeling that creates distance, but an excess of it. This person's heart is so full that they don't know how to handle it. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. The more you try to grasp it, the more it slips through your fingers. The universe reveals that this distancing isn't a cold choice, it's a defense mechanism. It's as if this person is afraid to open the door and discover they can't close it again. Fear of losing control, fear of surrendering and then regretting it. And still, even amid this fear, the memory of you lingers. It's like a melody playing softly, but never fading away. They may try to distract themselves, may pretend to be indifferent, but something always brings them back. A sign, a dream, a memory, a small detail. This silence hurts. It hurts because you feel the connection, but don't receive any words. It hurts because there's a bond, but also a wall. It hurts because there's a desire, but also hesitation. And I ask you, have you ever felt that someone distanced themselves out of fear, not out of lack of love? Write in the comments, because this exchange may touch other hearts that also live under the same shadow. Your guardian angels are showing you that this silence isn't eternal, but it's important to understand it as part of the process. Sometimes the soul needs emptiness to find courage. Sometimes silence is the ground where revelation will sprout. This person carries an invisible battle within. On one side, the desire to get closer. On the other, the fear of confronting it. And in this battle, you find yourself waiting for news from a silent war. It's a profound conflict. But remember, light always prevails over darkness. And even if this person is silent right now, the angels confirm that their heart has not forgotten. It hasn't faded away. It hasn't given up. There are signs that something is about to move, like a dammed river that sooner or later needs to break through. This heart won't be able to endure the pressure of hiding what it feels forever. And the universe is already preparing the moment when the truth will come to light. So don't see silence merely as absence. See it as preparation. Because even in apparent emptiness, God is at work. Even in the shadows, there is movement. Even in indecision, a destiny is being written. And so, you are being called to trust, to believe that nothing is lost, to wait without losing hope. Conflict exists, but it will not be eternal, and this is the certainty that the angels want to plant in your heart. And now, after the weight of silence and shadows, your guardian angels open a window of hope. They want you to know nothing remains hidden forever. What is true, sooner or later, finds a way to reveal itself. This person thinks about you more than they admit, much more. And these aren't just fleeting thoughts. They are intense memories, images that return as if the heart cannot disconnect. It's like a song that plays over and over, even when the mind tries to change the station. God shows that there is invisible movement happening right now. You may not notice it. Sometimes it seems like silence, but it's in the silence that the greatest transformations occur. The sprout breaks through the soil in silence. The sun rises in silence, and the heart awakens in silence too. This person dreams, remembers, feels, and when they think of you, they feel their chest tighten, as if something is about to overflow. They try to hold it in, but they can't anymore. It's like a river that insists on following its course, even when rocks are in the way. The universe confirms the signs have already begun. Maybe you've seen them. Small gestures, loose words, sudden presences, or even messages that come in unexpected ways. These signs are not coincidences. They are spiritual reminders that the bond is alive. And I ask you, Do you believe that silence also speaks? Write in the comments, because your response could open doors for others who feel this call as well. The angels show a scene, a door slightly ajar. This person is on the other side, hesitating, but looking inside. They can no longer pretend that something powerful doesn't exist. They can no longer hide that your presence deeply touches them. And you know what's most beautiful? The universe doesn't arrange encounters like this without purpose. If this connection exists, it's because there's something greater at play. There's learning, healing, destiny. There's real love, even if disguised by indecision. The time of silence is coming to an end. What was once shadow is now starting to dissipate. And in place of darkness, revelation emerges. This person carries feelings that can no longer stay secret. Their heart is crying out for freedom. And freedom, in this case, means owning up to what they feel. You can sense this change in the air. It's as if the energy around you is more intense, as if your own heart is beginning to sense that something is about to happen. This intuition is not an illusion. It's guidance, it's a sign. It's God whispering deep in your soul, get ready because something is shifting. And it's not just about reconnecting. It's about healing, about liberation, about two hearts that, despite their differences, have been called to recognize one another. Have you noticed that certain stories seem to withstand the test of time? That even when every reason to give up is present, there's still a flame burning. That flame is what the angels confirm now. It doesn't go out. It strengthens in silence. It prepares in the shadows. And it will shine again. The universe works in mystery. But you don't need to understand every detail. You just need to trust, because what is true returns, what is meant to be stays, what is guided by God blooms. I want you to carry this certainty with you today. No distance can erase what is true. You might feel lonely right now. You might believe that silence has won. You might think that shadows have taken over, but the truth is different. The light always prevails. And what is being prepared is greater than any obstacle. Imagine two parallel roads. For a long time, they run side by side but never touch. Suddenly, at a specific point, they cross paths. This intersection is inevitable. It is destiny. And the meeting is marked by something that no human force can prevent. The same happens between you and this person, no matter the time, no matter the difference, no matter what the mind tries to argue. The heart will always find a way to recognize what destiny has already written. The universe whispers in silence, and silence holds answers. It is not absence, but preparation. It is not emptiness, but space for something new to be born. Your guardian angels are surrounding you now. They feel your doubts but also know your strength. They ask you to trust, because what is coming is revelation. It is clarity. It is reconnection. This person who hesitates today may surprise you tomorrow. This person who is silent today may speak tomorrow. This person who hides today may surrender tomorrow. God does not waste encounters. Every soul that crosses your path has a mission, and that mission deep down is always love. Take a deep breath. Feel the peace that arrives. Allow this hope to fill your heart. You are not alone. You have never been alone. The angels walk by your side, and the universe has already written a story that will still bloom. Be patient with the process. Be gentle with yourself, and never doubt. The truth always finds its way back. If this message touched your heart, leave in the comments the word that resonated with you the most. It can be hope, destiny, silence, or anything else that has ignited a light within you. Your words also illuminate the path for others who arrive here. And I ask you, which part of this message resonated with you the most today? Was it the reminder of the signs? Was it the revelation that silence also speaks? Or was it the certainty that God and the universe are already preparing something? Share with me, because each comment is a link of faith that strengthens, and many times what you write may be exactly what someone else needs to read. If this message meant something to you, give it a like. This helps this space grow and allows more people to receive this light. The simple act of liking is like lighting a candle. The flame multiplies and illuminates places you can't even imagine. And if you know someone who also needs a word of hope, share this video. It might be the answer that person's heart has been waiting for. Your sharing might be the sign the angels have prepared for someone special. And if you want to continue receiving messages like this, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. This way, every time a new word arrives, you'll be the first to hear it. This is your space for meeting the sacred, for hope, for the light that never goes out. Remember, the universe speaks through signs, and this video is one of them. You didn't arrive here by accident. Your guardian angels led you here. And if you've made it to the end, it's because this message was meant for you. So write in the comments now, which word resonated with you the most? This way you seal the energy of this revelation in the universe. And when many voices unite in faith, the light expands. I thank you for being here. I embrace you with words, and I leave you with this certainty. No distance can erase what is true, because love always finds its way back.